everybody and welcome back to another video. So I've just covered all 37 entries now, and this is the opportunity to go through the recap of them all and just give you whatever thoughts and opinions come to mind. Obviously the video clip that the Eurovision YouTube page have uploaded is 20 minutes long. You will not see 20 minutes of the recap on here because I will get this blocked. Simply, the copyright squad will come along and go, "You're not doing that." So obviously there will be bits cut out as I go along, and hopefully I've got enough memory on the memory card for this to work. But we'll give it a go anyways. Looking forward to actually be able to hear all 37 entries in snippets in one go. Because obviously I've only heard like certain entries at certain times, and I've never really had the chance now to sort of compare and contrast and just give you my thoughts about how the overall year is. I think at first people were a bit worried about what the year was going to be like, but I think with the inclusion of internals and more national finals towards the back end of the selection season, I think it's actually turned out to be a very, very solid year. Probably not as highly grand as last year, but that's just a personal opinion. But we've got a lot of strong entries in this, so I'm looking forward to it. Right, let's go. Immediately, Albania. First thing I think of, vocals, harmonies, beautiful, very impactful, very emotional song. One of the only few ethnic songs we've got, I suppose I could say that. Just the interactions between the family members is just, you can feel the bond there. This could be a big moment in semi-final 2. I just don't agree with it going second. I just think that's a crime. It's this bit as well that just stands out so much. I mean, it's one of those songs where they've decided to mash up 3 different things together and call it, yeah. But it works. Australia, thank you. One of my big favourites this year. Probably my favourite Australian entry to date. Please continue to invite them. They're brilliant. This bit is just beautiful. So unexpected. Like, I loved Voyager's song last year, but brilliant. Austria, I want this to do so well. Could be a surprise winner. I wasn't expecting anything like this, but yeah, Austria are coming for blood this year. I just love that bit. Azerbaijan, underrated. Usually we say, oh, it's one of the overrated entries, but no, this year, everyone's sleeping on it. This bit is probably the biggest peak of the song, I think. I just love the Britishness about it, like, you know, it's a bit more authentic as well because they produced it and wrote it. I love the harmonies as well between the two brothers. Come on, we need a dance banger. I'm still a bit miffed that this is not opening semi-2, but it's a jam. I mean, people are writing this off. I think this will do better than people think. I'm just here for Gustav's hat collection as well. It's got style, and the vocal range, beautiful. Public are gonna like this. I expect this to get to the final. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. And respect for the message though, they are literally going in for it. I think a lot of people are gonna literally look at this and go, what the hell, but it sends out a very impactful message. I'm just hoping that the public get it. Cyprus, solid pop song. It's pretty well produced. I can see this getting to the final, but then I think I've said that about everyone at the moment. It's just that competitive of a year. I'm just hoping that the vocals do sound really good live. That's the bit on the beat. On. This is another brilliant song. Again, I'm just hoping that the harmonies do transcend live. Such an important message, and it's so impactful. It's in such a competitive semi though. I can't help but be worried, but I do like it. Denmark is a bit of a heartwarming song for me as well. Like, it's a solid pop song, I can see where they're going with the song. I mean, it's not a bad idea for an opener, I just don't think it is an opener. There are some really good elements of the song though. I do love this music video and it's a very well produced video, and live, Alika's vocals, absolutely gorgeous. I think it will stand out big time. Get to the final, will be a big jury favourite. Yes. Thank you! This could win! Now I'm looking at all 37. I would love to have Finland get their second win this year. I mean, we talk about Loreen being the favourite. This is going to be the biggest threat. Easily. class, elegance. France going in with a very brilliant modern take on the chanson with disco elements to it. It's got sass, it's got style, it's a visually beautiful, could be a surprise dark horse. Georgia, didn't think they had it in them. Do love Georgia for just going in for whatever they think, you know, works. Again, I think it could be a big surprise, you know. There's a few songs in Semi 2 that scream this could do super well, and I think this is one of them. I think Semi 2 is actually really competitive now. I'm looking at all of the songs as well. This is another song I genuinely love. It's heavy, it's metal, it's theatrical, it's melodic, you know, it's a bit more accessible. This could just go absolutely wild on stage, and I'm just there like, thank you. Greece, okay, yeah, another one just stepping out of their comfort zone. Very well written, and it's got beautiful vocals and so mature for a 16-year-old. It's a good radio friendly hit. Not sure how it's going to work in ESC, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with. It's got so much energy in that performance, and to think that there isn't really a lot going on, but you're just so focused on Delia that you just forget what's going on behind her. Great use of the lighting as well, but the verses for me are probably the peak. I mean, I don't want to say this is probably the safest entry of the year, but it probably is. I just wish for the music video that we could actually see the faces, because I feel like this doesn't really connect to the viewers well as what their live performance was on the late night show. A good use of a revamp. It does sound a lot better. I think this would be one that the crowd would resonate with, but I'm not sure about its chances to go in. Israel, another one with really good vocals. I do love the string section. It is one of the highlights for me of the song. Anticipating the staging, I think this is going to be one that could very well pop off as well. This bit is literally still absolutely grand. I know I am biased as heck when it comes to Italy, because I do usually have them in my top 10 almost every year, and this is no exception. I think this might be my runner-up of the year. When I listened to the song, I just had so many feelings around this. I felt the emotion coming from this and I could resonate with it. I think it'll do better than people are putting it down for. Latvia, again, another song out the, I don't want to say out the comfort zone, because Latvia just going with what Latvia chooses. I want this to be in the final, but it's in such a competitive semi that I'm really unsure. I love the inclusion of Latvian in there. I think it actually adds to it as well. Let's talk about Lithuania. That shuto part, those two words have such a good hook to it, so it has such good melody to it. And I think that's going to stick in people's minds as they watch the performance and during the recap as well. I hope they do include that part, especially looking at this. Please bring the backing singers. They add so much to the performance as well. There's just so many good layers to it. This is an earworm, it's a jam, and I think even if this doesn't qualify, Malta should be so proud of what they've picked. The sax just adds to it as well, like to a point where I actually want to literally get up and dance along. Obviously I can't do it in this room, it's too small, but realistically it'd be the song that I'd literally want to jam out to. Moldova just bring every year. Even in the years where they don't do so well, they still add something to it. I think this is going to be another one of those songs where the crowd goes wild. Do I think it's going to do as well as they did last year? Potentially. Could be another top 10 for them. Let's be real, staging they just know how to do. They are masters of staging, and I think this will easily get into the final. This is probably one of the better ballads of the year. This is hard to say because they're all really good in their own way. There's such a vibe to it, such an aesthetic to it, and it's just, you know, just brings the tone down a little bit, and there's a lot of feelings associated with the song. This is what we like to call traditional girl bop, like Yas Queen song. I can see another top 10 on the cards for Norway. Maybe not necessarily top 5, but I think like lower part of the top 10, or just outside. This will get to the final. If this doesn't get to the final, I will be stunned, like legitimately stunned. Great opener, you know, gets the party going. Realistically, when you think of it of a song, it's not too bad, you know, it's a girl bop, it's got stuff there. The music video is obviously rather promising, it does give you that element. Please improve the vocals. That's the only thing I ask. Bring the staging as well. We need something effective. Portugal, just continue being legends. I was absolutely stunned when I listened to this for the first time. Like, this was absolutely glorious. Like, the vocals, the charisma, everything. It's just a package. I'm just hoping Portugal again get another top 10. They are on such a roll right now with the quality. If this doesn't go through, I'll be pissed. It's in semi-1 as well, that's what hurts. Romania, okay. King of costume changes this year. Got sass, got swagger. Still unsure about the lasses that are in the video. It's a bit of a raunchy song. They do add to it, but yeah, just tidy up the staging. I think that's the biggest thing. Could surprise in semi-2. You never know. This part of the song is actually quite good. It's got, you know, it's a foot tapper. It's got a good melodic hook. Connects with the with the camera quite well. Intrigued to see how the staging will go. Lyrically, not so sure about the context, but otherwise, you know, musically, it's actually pretty solid. Yes! Yeah, Serbia, it's game over. Can I just say, favourite of the year. It's such a vibe, it's chaotic, but good chaos. Absolutely unhinged. It's got quite a good voice as well. Think it could surprise. Slovenia just coming in with an absolute earworm. A lot of people thought it would close semi-2, but no, I didn't think it would. But yeah, I think this will be another one that will get the country back to the final, and hopefully it will do quite well for them. Don't think top 10's on the cards, but could see left-hand side of the board. Spain. I'm really hoping this does not get the full end moment, because I will be really, really annoyed. Spain just going back to like traditional roots. Blanca's vocals are gorgeous. Incredibly amazing vocal control, and arguably, again, another candidate for Artist of the Year. Sweden. There's just something about Loreen and the way she just performs, and is it the greatest song in the world? Okay, personally, no. But it's that performance that just elevates the song by quite a massive amount. Do I think it's a winner? It could, but part of me thinks that it may not. Top 5 easily. Switzerland going in with a very well written, very deep personal message of a song. Probably the most, like, I don't know, you just think about the song and its content more than anything. Good vocals, could very well surprise in semi-1. It's hard to say though. Very different for Ukraine's. No one's really going in with R&B. Love the use of the organ. The imagery is absolutely grand as well. I do hope they bring that to the stage. Think it will do really, really well, especially with the televote, much like last year. Don't think it's a winner, but it's on course for another top 10. And the UK, so happy for us to get back to where we were, like much like last year. Like, again, absolutely bringing it. Do you know what? I'm not saying it's a winner, but I think it could surprise, and it could be on course for another top 10, potentially top 5 position. Or I could be completely delusional and it's not gonna happen, but we should be incredibly proud of our entry. And yeah, she's got an absolute lot of sass. So yeah, that is all 37 entries. Overall, I must admit, it's a very, very strong year. It's a very competitive year, much like last year. And just going to move this camera around because it's a little bit easier for me to look at it now, because I'm having to charge the blasted thing up. The variety is absolutely stacked this year. I mean, we've got rock, we've got house and trance, we've got R&B, we've got pop girly, we've got folklore, we've got soft rock, we've got acoustics, we've got singer-songwriter style, we've got, you know, we've got absolutely unhinged craziness, at least with about 5 of them. You know what? We've got everything there. And I think it's one of those years where we don't have, like, so many songs that sound the exact same, and I love it. And, yeah, a lot of the songs are so out of the box as well. Like, it's not the sort of thing you would consider necessarily being in the competition. You'd think it's more of a song that they would probably normally release anyway. A lot more songs this year are a lot more authentic to the artist in general. Like, they're not just releasing it for the sake of, oh, we need to go to Eurovision. It's the case of, oh, we release it normally. And that's exactly how it should be. But either way, overall, I am absolutely proud of this year's selection. So yeah, this video is going to be going on forever if I don't stop this, and I've just looked at the time and I'm food. I'm working today as well, that's what makes it worse. Right, that's my thoughts around this year's entries. Drop in the comment section what you think about the songs. Who do you think could win this? Who do you think could be a top 10? Who do you think could be surprising? Who do you think might be a flop? This is probably the last video I'm going to be recording for a little bit of a while now, because I've got family coming over tomorrow. They're around for a couple of weeks. So it's going to be quite difficult to be able to record at the same time. So the next time I'm probably going to record now is probably when I'm in Amsterdam in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah. But anyways, if you got through to the end of the video, thanks a lot for tagging along, but thanks for watching anyway. So I'll leave this one to you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.